Hey folks, what's poppin'? Jacques Slade here, and if you have watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that there's two things that I'm really passionate about: sneakers and technology. Well, I figured I'd bring those two worlds together, so this is episode 1 of Sneakers and Tech. Before we kick things off, I want to give a big shout out to the folks over at Beats By Dre. They actually sponsored this video and they're helping me kick off the series. With that being said, let's start with the Beats X wireless headphones. Now these have actually been out for a year or so, but when you really start thinking about Beats, you have to go back like 10 years to when they had the big giant red earphones. Now obviously things have changed tremendously since then and everything has gone wireless, whether you like it or not. For me, going wireless actually works. I run a lot in the morning, so having something that's wireless that I can just put in my ears and not have a wire that's hanging between my phone and my headphones is something that is really beneficial to me because it allows me to kind of run free and not worry about jerking out a cable or jerking the headphones out of my ear or jerking the headphones out of the phone. The headphones have basically 3 parts. There's the flex cable that goes around your neck and it's actually flexible as opposed to the solid pieces that you see on some headphones. There is the wiring that has the controls on it, and then there's also the in-ear actual headphones. As with most headphones these days, they come with a bunch of different ear tips, but the things that I actually use are the wing tips. Now the ear tips are if you want to stick the headphones directly into your ear. That's not something that I do. I use the wing tips because I'm usually running when I'm wearing my headphones, and so those fit better in my ear and they don't fall out as often. They do come in a variety of sizes, both the ear tips and the wing tips, and really they serve as a bit of isolation. Now there are noise canceling headphones, but I feel like this is more noise isolation where it's not a true cancellation of the sound. It's just that they fit so snug inside of your ear that they're able to block out a lot of the sound that's happening around you. As most of you probably know, Apple bought Beats a few years ago and they have the W1 chip now, which makes it super easy to pair this to your iOS device. Literally, you just hold the on button next to your phone and it syncs automatically. All you have to do is click connect and click done, and then you're done. Also, being an Apple product, it's pretty seamless to actually control your device directly from the headphones. You can answer phone calls, you can hang up phone calls, you can switch songs, you can go previous, you can go next, and you can also control the volume. One of the bigger issues with wireless headphones is battery life. Beats X actually handles that with something that they call fast fuel. What it is you can charge your headphones for 5 minutes and that'll last you for 2 hours. However, if you want to go on a full charge, you can get up to 8 hours on the device, which should technically last you through an entire day. For my pair, they sent me the traditional black and red colorway, but they are available in a variety of different colors. Overall, I think there's 3 things that you can kind of look forward to when it comes to the Beats X wireless headphones. One, obviously, is that they're wireless and you don't have to worry about the cable. That's a big benefit if you are a runner or if you do something where you have to use your hands or you're doing something that's really physical. You don't have to worry about getting your cord caught on anything. 2 is the battery life, up to 8 hours on a full charge, but if you are in a pinch, it's nice to know that you can charge your headphones for just 5 minutes and you'll get 2 hours worth of charge out of them. That's big. Number 3 is sound quality. I do feel like these sound a little better as far as in-ear headphones goes, especially those in the wireless category. So if that's something that you're looking for, one of those 3 categories, I think the Beats X is something you should definitely check out. With that being said, let's switch over to sneakers. For the sneaker part of the episode, we're gonna go to a shoe that's been out for a while, but I kind of feel like it's making a little bit of a comeback. It's the Adidas NMD. For fans of the NMD, you know that when the shoe originally launched, the hype around this sneaker was crazy. The resale was crazy. People were buying all of these different crazy colors, but it felt like Adidas got a little overzealous with this sneaker and started basically flooding the market with colorways and different style and different versions of the shoe. And the consumer kind of got a little bit of what I would call fatigue of the sneaker. However, as time has kind of gone on and the sneaker has kind of fallen by the wayside and people aren't as hyped about it anymore, I feel like it's starting to do a little bit of a resurgence and I've started to pay a little bit more attention to the NMD. For those that don't know about NMD or what NMD stands for, it stands for Nomad. This was Adidas's version of the Urban Explorer shoe. This is something that they wanted to put together that included boost, that included Primeknit on the upper or other materials depending on which version of the shoe you got, but for that urban person that made their way through the city, that basically lived the city life. For the pair that I want to show you today, this is actually the second version of this shoe that I have. I am a big fan of camo, if you don't know that by now, and I feel like Adidas did a really great job with the camo on this upper. Of course, it could have been really dope if they would have made this upper out of prime knit, but when I look at the pattern of this shoe, I'm not sure that it still would have resonated with me the same way if that camo pattern was on a knit as opposed to the textile material that it's on now. As most of you know, the shoe does have full length boost, but it doesn't have the sort of proportions that you're gonna get on something like the Ultra Boost or maybe like on the ZX 500, but it is enough where you can still feel the comfort and you can still feel the bounce of the boost cushioning. As far as the details go on the shoe, if you check out the 3 straps, those are actually 3M, which is obviously nice for a little bit of pop on the shoe. They included green laces as well, although I'll probably switch those out, maybe go with a black or maybe go with a brown, depending on actually what I'm wearing with the shoes. And for those that don't know, switching out the laces can almost give you an entirely different feel to the shoe. It's almost like you have a brand new colorway. So that's just a quick life hack. If you don't have time to go out and buy a new pair of shoes, you can just switch up the laces to give you a different feel. And it almost feels like you have on a brand new pair. One of the few knocks that I do have against Adidas Originals when it comes to the NMD is that they don't give the shoe a really thick outsole. It's a decent sized outsole, but I do wish they had a little bit more rubber. I know that would make the shoe a little bit heavier, but it would also allow you to wear the shoe a little bit more. I kind of feel like the rubber on these would wear down pretty quickly based on the old pairs that I have. But saying that, I also really wear my kicks a lot once I fall in love with a pair. So maybe that's more my problem than it is Adidas's problem. So with that being said, this is episode 1 of Sneakers and Tech, where I show you tech that I'm into and I show you sneakers that I'm into. For this episode, it was the Beats X Wireless and of course the Adidas NMD in this camo colorway. As always, guys, I appreciate you. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe if you like this content. And if you really like what you see going on, make sure you turn on those notifications. As always, I'm Jacques Slade. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.